Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. It's a daily today. This might be, let me check Greenbot. 29 daily runs so far. This is our last daily for dedication, at which point we will decide. We'll probably just keep the routine going for at least a little longer. Do dailies and random or Eden runs on a daily basis, but yesterday became 478th, 2.65 percentile, lowering our, it's not a great score, but it's a decent score. Lowers our overall percentile, top 5.36, which puts us just outside of the top 100. 100th place, 5.31 right now. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna get back into that leaderboard. Could happen today. Let's see what we got on today's daily. It's another Azazel run. So this is 2 Azazel runs in a relatively short span of time. This one goes all the way, but with no Mega Satan. I think generally you wouldn't. Would you? So now this, I mean, I have a conversational flow for dailies. Am I expected to perform better or worse based on the character, based on where it's going, etc., etc.? That has completely changed now, because I have no idea where this run is going to go. What I will say is that the D100, I think I probably have more experience using it in a game environment than the average person. However, there's great risk to using the D100 as Azazel in case you reroll yourself out of the brimstone that you have. It doesn't always mean that that's bad, but, you know, if you go from your sweet-ass brimstone to, like, a Dr. Fetus, it might not be ideal. So here's my play, in my opinion, right now, for how to use Azazel with the D100. We'll use it like a D6 or like a D20 if we get items we don't really like, because right now we have 0 items. So I feel like drop the Fool card down here, and then re-roll it all. There you go. So we got no penalty, no penalty for that. We got Magic Mush, which is huge, of course, and then we'll also pick up this right here. So just as, I mean, we could have looked for secret rooms, obviously, but just as there are, wait a minute, did I even go to the item room on that floor? Yeah, we got the D100. Okay, sick. Just as there's a lot of opportunities for improvement, I think there's a lot of opportunities for possibly making suboptimal choices as well. The tears down as Azazel, considering our damage stat right now, doesn't really bug me too much. To be honest with you, I think we're like substantially ahead of the curve because of that reroll on Placenta. I think a lot of people will take Placenta, and it's not even the wrong choice necessarily, because, you know, how are you supposed to know that you were going to get Magic Mush out of it in the whole scheme of things, right? But now, I've got to admit, it's going to take a set of brass balls to reroll out of Magic Mush. We might do it, but if we do it, we'll probably do it later, because right now this is just gorgeous, basically. So, take our money. I will take Duality, because I want to. Will we take Mom's Heals? It's actually fine as Azazel. Got some spiders out of that, which is not particularly strong. With only 2 bombs, I do want to go to the secret room if possible, but because we have Lucky Rock, we might as well do something like this. We're at 20 cents. Secret room is in, like, what seems to be a semi-awkward position, so we'll come in here. I mean, the stopwatch is pretty good for, like, fighting the Hush, for example, so let's take that, which also apparently gives us a speed upgrade, which I was not aware of, and get a second secret room and a little bit more money as well. And we'll just leave that behind. Yeah, we'll take this, and then there's nothing in here, right? We have again, the temptation is there, but we already won. So, I mean, the way I do pride myself on trying to be a little bit of a zany player, I'll admit. And the D100, I mean, it is and it isn't a zany item. There's times when it's very zany, and then there's times when it's just the right play, and then there's times where it's so zany and so common that we don't even consider it that zany anymore because it's just the way things are, you know? We used to get the D100, at least for periods at a time, we would get, like, the D100 once every 3 or 4 runs. But basically, the daily is like my zany reprieve, which is not how you say that word. But also, we went to the casino, and we won. We won right off the bat. We stepped up to a slot machine, and we pulled the lever once, and we put in $10, we won 100. Did we win the jackpot? No, we didn't win the smart car or whatever they've got on display, but at the same time, that's how you know you live in Vancouver, when the casinos have smart cars as the grand prize. But we won. It feels like the smart thing to do is to step away for now. But we'll again, we'll tackle this as we get a little further into it. There might come a time where it just makes sense. But for now, if you look at the ledger on the right side of the screen, pretty much every item we've gotten has been lights out. Even the range upgrades are not bad, because we are playing as a character that, you know, doesn't really do that well with range. So it's extremely advantageous for us to be in this situation. We'll blow this guy up. Probably not a secret room. We will take the map. I love passive items in general. So for the shop to give us one of those is pretty big. But yeah, I think it's fair to say, as much as it might disappoint you, I've got to have allegiance to doing the best that we can do on this run. Let's go for angel rooms, dude. That's where my Zane will come from on this run, is the angel room. And I recognize we could blow that guy up and maybe change things around a little bit, but or we'll commit to angel rooms for now, at least. And then as things change, maybe we'll change with it. But let's go to here. Anyway, long story short, if I found another spacebar item, I would probably get rid of the D100 right now. I mean, there was the red candle. It kind of sounds like the left handle in the shop a floor ago. We could have taken that, but we didn't. Life goes on. Getting a lot of value. Lucky Rock might actually be like the best trinket that you can have on dailies. Or, yeah, this is Lucky Rock. I always get it confused with Shiny Rock. Either way. Life is great right now, and we should really, really stay on our toes here. Shouldn't be a problem for you, Northernlion. Oh, good one. You got me. We should really, really stay on our toes here, because I think we have the potential to rank extremely well. I really do. Like, I was anticipating we'd have to use the D100 maybe a few times to get some kind of, like, compromised payout, but really, we obviously didn't, because we rerolled Placenta into Magic Mush, which is a little bit like, you know, getting a job at Google right out of high school, right? Like, it's unexpected, let's put it that way. Got another 3.84 added to our damage up. That's like a plus 20% damage upgrade, something along those lines, which early on is actually, like, really, really good. But we're not expecting too much out of, like, an arcade on this floor. This also, by the way, in case it isn't abundantly clear, is like the fastest daily we've ever had. We've had some Azazel. Oh, I almost walked right into it, but those things don't hurt you. We've had Azazel dailies in the past, but this one is getting a little ridiculous right off the bat. Now, the caveat I will add here is that it's completely conceivable that by using the D100 as like a D20 or something, we could break the game. Could we accidentally breakfast ourselves? I didn't mean to play this guy, but we won. Could we breakfast ourselves? Sure, if we weren't careful, it's conceivable that we could breakfast ourselves. I think relatively unlikely, given the amount that we've used this this item in the past, but certainly not implausible. Dude, I mean, I feel like, why wouldn't I take, like, every pill at our disposal? Like, apparently, it's just the easiest run of all time. Every decision that we make works out, dude. You know, how happy is the blameless vessel's lot? The world forgetting by the world forgot. Eternal sunshine of the spotless mind. Each tarot card a joker, each pill a balls of steel. That's Alexander Pope. And Charlie Kaufman. Now, if you'll excuse me, thank you. If you'll excuse me. Got a little miniature boss room here. We're about 6 minutes ahead of schedule. Wait, that's a normal size boss room. What am I talking about here? Again, 6 minutes ahead of schedule, but this guy is annoying. Possibly, I don't want to doom myself, but could be the first damage that we've taken outside of curse rooms on this whole run. No such luck. Anyway, we'll grab this. Again, with so much time. So much ahead of schedule right now. By the way, it's not even like Magic Mush that has made us ahead of schedule. Like, big ups to Toxic Shock Syndrome, which has just been killing it for us. Come on. Okay, well, I could use Skatol, I suppose. Alright. It's minus 26 points to take Skatol. Is it worth it? I feel like it might be. At this point, I'm playing the blood bank. I don't think there's a great chance to get much speed out of the blood bag, even if we got the blood bag, but the IV bag would beat the D100 right now in terms of like what's immediately useful for us. Either way, it's more money. Let's get the heck out of here. You know what? Don't take the red heart yet, because if there's a boss trap room on the next floor, we want to get it. So we're coming down to like where you, I mean, it's very early on this run, from like a just absolute time standpoint, but we're coming down to that point where you're normally like, you know, here's our first progress check on the run. Are we going to be able to make it to boss rush? Yes, check. Are you going to be able to make it through boss rush? Absolutely. Are you gonna be able to make it to Hush? Yes. Are you gonna be able to kill Hush? Now that's where we throw the one red flag on this run right now. Azazel versus Hush is a bad matchup for Azazel. But with, I can't remember the name of this item. It's like Sensor, or it's, I think it's Sensor or like Sepulcher or something like that. It's really good. Will it give us enough? I do not know. Might as well take it. Might as well take this too. Will it give us enough? I do not know. But I expect that it probably will. I'm not trying to needlessly build up, you know, a narrative on this run of how I think things are going to go and, like, you know, make it seem like things are tougher than they are, because really this run is amazing right now. I don't see why we wouldn't want Bomb Bag, considering that we have Lucky Rock. It's not the secret room. Okay. We are at full HP as well. It's usually a pretty good sign for how things are going. Dude, I swear to you, I did not realize... Yes. I did not realize that Toxic Shock would be this good for this long. I mean, I've always liked it as an item, but I feel like it's doing way more damage for us here than it otherwise has. But maybe I'm just... maybe I'm mistaken in that. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I'm pretty sure it does static damage. It's not dependent on your own damage. Alright, so this floor we actually have to bleed off some money, if possible. So, in order to make the quarter, like, the best pickup it could possibly be. Holy card, I actually, like, the more time that goes on, the more I'm like, this card might be, like, sort of overrated, I think. We might as well take the battery, because we need to make space for the quarter anyway. We might as well check the card, and then I'll tell you what, we'll throw this down and then blow it up. And we got a bomb back, so that's not that bad. I think I'm going to buy a key as well, and then we'll go back and pick up the quarter, just so we have space for the money, because, like, I shouldn't have picked that up. We're not going to have a boss trap room yet, but I shouldn't have picked it up anyway. It's just bad habit. That guy... We got such a good deal chance anyway that I don't think it's necessary to play him, but I'll probably play him anyway, because, again, money is basically no object for us, so if we can get another, like, HP upgrade or something, why not, right? No deal? That is a bummer. Come on, dude. I'm spending like 8 points every time I give you a penny. You gotta pay out. I mean, he's actually paying out very nicely right now. Not with items, but with keys. I mean, is our luck stat, like, ridiculous or something? I don't think we want that. Costs us points, doesn't help our HP. Same with Moldy Bread. So we're down to the next floor. I skipped the second secret room, which apparently I just always do for some reason. There's our boss trap room, so, again, that's why I shouldn't have taken those red hearts back there. Actually, we probably should take the perks pill, but not an enormous problem. So this is our... this is a pivotal floor for us. It's boss rush, guaranteed, deal with the devil, or deal with the angel, or actually both because of duality, so, which one do I want? Well, I've kind of, because I feel bad that I've gone against the idea of a full-on D100 reroll at every available opportunity sort of situation. I like the angel deals, you know, and of course if we get Sacred Heart or Godhead or something like that, it's ridiculous. What we would actually love to see is the goat head, so we could go to both deals. But we finally struck out on our item room. Pokeball. I mean, we don't really want the D100, but we really don't want Pokeball. You know, it's a subtle distinction, but an important one nonetheless. Similarly, like, portable slot is better than having a spacebar item we're going to do nothing with, but not necessarily worth spending on. And the off chance, I actually think we prefer the Magician here. The off chance that we get something of value out of a D100 play, if necessary, like if we're about to die, is worth more to me than the very, very, like, meager improvement we'll get from using either Pokeball or portable slot. Plus, maybe a damage, or not damage, but a penalty from taking items. Okay, so we're 7 minutes, basically fully 7 minutes ahead of schedule. We're not going to be able to go to our boss trap room, but we should be able to go to a secret room. I was kind of hoping we'd fight Greed or something. And I guess that's pretty much it, actually. We have 10 bombs left, and we don't need money, and we don't need to use our bombs in combat, so we might want to look for a second secret room. There's only really, like, well, disregard. I have no idea where it is. Let's go kill Mom and move on with our lives here. Yeah, and if we can get Mom to step on, that's how you know you're gunning for a leaderboard position. You're like, Mom, could you please step on these things so I can grab, you know, a very slight bit more money? This is a tough one. I almost feel like you go deal with the devil because you have red hearts and you want permanent negative. But also, we can get the goat head out of the deal with the devil. Okay, that's great. It's a great pickup. Grab this. Head in here. Nod Leaf. Lusty Blood is like 100%. 100% Lusty Blood. So our damage, which is already good, is going to become amazing as a result of Lusty Blood. I would not be so naive as to claim that, you know, or guarantee that I've made all the right decisions on this run. But the Lusty Blood pickup, I definitely agree with. The deal with the devil could have been better than the deal with the angel, but you got to admit, the wafer is pretty sick. Okay, we're not quite killing the angel statues in one hit, but we're pretty close. So, like, our next damage upgrade will allow that to happen. So we're going to be ridiculously ahead of schedule. You guys should just get out of here. Yeah, we're going to be ridiculously ahead of schedule. And really, I mean, again, it only serves to damn me. But if we take a damage against an enemy on this entire run yet, because life's feeling pretty fucking swell right now. It's like the inverse of the Malcolm in the Middle theme song. Life is quite fair. Well, not if you're an enemy, I suppose. Sucks pretty bad if you just get one shot by an Azazel laser, or an Azazer, as I call it, because I'm a hip person, obviously. Where's this enemy? Oh! There's an underground enemy. Okay, you will not get this. I think we're coming close to the end here, actually. And dude, this is the run. Everybody should have a chance to rank really well on today's run, but so will I. The sad thing is, or the not sad, but the potentially, you know, the thing to keep in mind is that it's a curved exam, you know? Doesn't really matter if you get 95 if everybody else in the class got 100. Although, can they curve an exam down? I've only ever had exams curved, or marks in general, curved upwards. If you're not familiar with what a curve is, basically it's like most instructors try to get their assessments, you know, tests, and just the overall course grade in general. Dude, that's so good. To match, like, a normal distribution. They want the course average to be at a certain percentage, typically, you know, 70, 75, probably, you know, a little higher if you're a little earlier in your education. So then if they give an exam and they expect the class average to be, a 75 and the class average is a 50, they go, oh shit, like, I messed up. This is too hard. So they make it so that the person who got the highest mark effectively got 100 and everybody else's marks are moved relatively higher compared to where they were before based on their position relative to the highest person in the class. It would be a real dick move if Professor made the test so easy that everybody got 100 except like one person. It's like, well, you got one answer wrong. Actually, you get a 60 now. I don't think they can do that. So we get Sack of Sacks. It's a... I mean, at this point, there's just so many good items on this run that it's made itself indispensable, you know? The D100 cannot be used here. We would have to be as stupid as I am to use it. And I know that's usually a prelude or a prelude to me using it, but I can't. I have the dream run right now. Again, I would never suggest. First off, I may have taken damage already. I would never suggest that we're likely to not take damage on this entire run, but I'm feeling pretty great about it at the present moment. Like, to have not walked into a fire. By the way, I know we've taken some damage. Curse rooms. It's a tears downgrade. We should save this. So the other pill is a tears downgrade. I mean, we've taken, you know, blood bag damage and stuff like that, but in terms of not getting hit at all, I think we're living in the 21st century doing something mean to it. Doing it better than anybody ever seen do it. And this is like a much higher score than I'm used to having at this phase of the game. Let's put it that way. 2 blank runes. Might as well use 1. Onsus is fine. And we'll just stay good here. I noticed, like, as soon as I said, like, maybe I haven't taken damage on this whole run yet. Oh! As soon as I said it, like, my whole body seized up. And on the rest of those rooms, I was like, I could feel it coming, Jerry. I can feel it arriving. Anyway, we took a hit. Life goes on. That was a stupid hit, but, hey, you know, it's maybe like 25% of the reason you're watching these videos at all, so... The Emperor card is worth nothing. We're in full-on, like, get maximum exploration bonus. Like, go to every room. Especially with Onsus, we're saying, like, go to every secret room. And at 19 minutes, we're going through our first boss fight here. 1, are you a wizard? 1, X-Lax. Oh, there's another. 1 makes you small. So, bad second secret room. Not too bad, but not good. You just want to duck out of that guy's way. It's the easiest play of all time. Definitely, I will take a damage upgrade, which just makes Lusty Blood that much better. It makes the whole run that much better, but you get the idea. 2 keys. Don't ask me for a full run reroll. I bid you. The seed you sent will remind me. Fool card is also basically... I mean, it's not worthless. But it's pretty not necessary. Thank you. Thank you so much. Joker? Ace of Spades. We can't afford to lose the, a good rune. So, like, Awaz will use, and we're hoping for, like, a crawl space. That just takes us to Shoal. So I don't think we use the Ace of Spades. At the risk of being just, like, the world's grumpiest curmudgeon, I already said, like, oh, what did I say earlier? I was like, it's one of the most overrated things on Afterbirth Plus. Oh, the Holy card. Yeah, like, I don't think the Holy card is that useful. I also don't think the Ace of Blanks cards are that useful. On paper, they're very useful. In vivo, I think rarely do you find yourself in a situation that makes sense to use them. You know, you gotta carry them for 100 years and then find, like, a blood bank that actually pays out for a while, and then sick, you got like 10 bombs out of it. 10 bombs is not nothing. Sometimes it's very useful, but it's not as useful as you might be led to believe, I think, in my opinion, based on what it says on the tin. So the Hush fight is going to be, in my opinion, like our first real test. Which is, it's very nice to say that this late in the run, that that's going to be like what determines how we're doing. What an interesting situation there. I would love to get a Chaos card. Like, it's obviously the greatest thing we could ask for, but it's so good if we can get a Chaos card. Joker, Ace of Diamonds, also basically worthless. So many Stars cards, dude. Because I really feel like we're not... We could get hit on Shoal, we could get hit on, you know, the Dark Room. Of course, there's no doubt about it. And we could teleport out of here with one of those many, many cards we got, but... The Hush fight, considering we're not fighting Mega Satan or Void, the Hush fight should be the hardest thing on this entire run. So if we can get through that, feeling pretty good about ourselves, I'm going to be a very happy camper. I have, again, no idea where the second secret room is, so we're just going to book it. Now, there actually is an important thing to note here. We could go to the boss trap room if we go to a deal with the devil here and manage to trade. Which I think is fairly conceivable. And I think that's reason enough to at least test it. So we get Guppy's Hairball, which I don't think is very good when we have no other Guppy items. But because we have so much time, this does allow us to come back this way. No, I don't want... I mean, Blank Rune might be garbage for us. I don't know where we're going to use it. And then we can come into this room and... Okay, I was really hoping that was going to be a Guppy item. It's yet another one of those situations where, you know, you look at this and you go, I mean, Lucky Rock is not that useful when we already have 99 cents, but do we really give any shits at all about Faded Polaroid? Probably not. Keep getting these Justice cards. I'm not against it. I'm not necessarily super for it, but he's super for it. Alright, let's get out of here. We did well. And we got this Blank Rune. Oh, I looked at that door and was like, for some reason my brain was like, that's not the Hush door. Almost mind-fucked myself out of another good finish there. Okay. Got Dull Razor, which I don't understand, which is my fault, but it means this isn't the right time. Ace of Spades is not worth it. Probably will buy the deck of tarot cards to get rid of the D100. Not that it's bad, but Infamy is definitely our item of choice here. And we get another Spirit Heart. Do we try for a Perthrow here, given that we don't really want either of these? They're not bad, they're just not fitting our situation at the present moment. Now, we can already fly, so we may not... I mean, if we're going to buy something, we shouldn't have taken that money yet, but... sick, what do we get? The Emperor card. Not what we want, but not necessarily bad. Okay, now I'm like, maybe we actually want to take Super Bandage. Because it gives us better leeway to play this guy. And maybe get a Deal with the Devil item out of it. It's like now we're in a fucking nightmare world. We just got like 1,000 points there, so I'm stoked about that. 2 of Diamonds. I mean, we should play this guy and then use the 2 of Diamonds with it, I think. If we have to use Spirit Hearts to play this Demon Judgment, I'm extremely okay with it, but... Is this really, like, an important use of our resources right now? Dude, we're getting so lucky on these plays. It's probably irrelevant, to be honest with you, but... No! No! Wow, Balls of Steel. Okay, so we get, Awaz, Blank Rune. Should use Awaz. Just see what it gets. Nothing. Then use Blank Rune for maybe a reroll attempt. Is Bracano. That's fine. Then we got the Emperor. We got Balls of Steel. And we got, this is Ace of Spades, which is not worth much, but maybe come out here and get some keys. Do we want the extra HP? I guess the real question becomes more, does it actually matter? So get Balls of Steel. Okay. Balls of Steel versus the Emperor card. We're not worried about time at all, so let's see how things look after we get through this room. That was good, I think. I wish I hadn't blown up the, Wish I hadn't blown up the Demon Judgment, but it wasn't really my call. I took the bomb far away. He just happened to also get hit by the, or the bomb happened to get stuck by the fire, so there's not a whole hell of a lot we could have done about that. So again, Azazel, Hush is a suboptimal matchup. In fact, it's the most suboptimal matchup. It's the most terrible fight in the game. Thank you, Ruka. When your range is 27 and Hush is in heaven, the damage is lame. It's the most terrible fight. It's the most terrible fight. It's the most terrible fight in the game. And then, tragic accident on stage tonight. Self-proclaimed world's worst singer has died of ear poisoning. It's not that the Hush fight is actually, like, unpleasant to be a part of. It's more that the Hush fight as Azazel is particularly torturous relative to having a sweet-ass Azazel run. But getting hit once on the Hush fight as Azazel is extremely something not to worry about. I know there's a spirit art down there. Sometimes the slow almost makes things... I don't know if it makes things more difficult or if it just seems like it makes things more difficult. Ruka, I'm gonna let you in. Don't you sweat it, buddy. Maybe it just seems like it makes things more difficult, but it does seem to make the shots a little tougher to sort out. My feline friend, you have nothing to worry about. Check this out, okay? Doors cracked open. Welcome to the fucking show. Look, Ma, one hand. Okay. We are safe here. I just want the fight to be over. I mean, we're making amazing time right now. There's no complaints to be uttered here. And overall, we might have a damage penalty that's less than 2,000, which is, like, substantially lower than I've ever had. Well, at least in AFTERBIRTH Plus. Cat, what are you doing? Don't tell me you got a little poop on your leg. You only do that scratching thing when you're about to eat or just after you've pooped. If you got poop on your leg and you're on my desk, I'm going to be very disappointed. I mean, you have no concept of that because you live, like, in an environment. You poop in, like, a box that's full of poop, you know? I understand. It's hard for you to conceptualize why the poop is bad. Ruka. Ruka. This is what the Hush fight has reduced me to. You should not have come all this way. We should instead just murder Hush. God, he took so much more damage before his super armor reactivated. He's gonna go back under. Come on, dude. Methinks the Hush doth protest too much, man. It's getting ridiculous. You're clearly dusted. So we got the spirit art. We don't need anything else. Like, we don't want the Emperor card. So we're going down to Shoal. Ruka. Who is one of the two best kitties in the household? His name is Ruka. This is the Knight Rider theme song. Ace of Diamonds. Irrelevant. So, what is our score possibility on this run? Just to be honest with you, I think the sky is the freaking limit, man. Anything can and should be able to happen here. That could be our secret room. 41,000 when starting Shoal is extremely good by my standards. And it's a combination of things. It's like really, really good consumables. Not picking up useless items. Taking, I mean, we might even, the world card, it's tough. Because the world card is actually like irrelevant for us. You're gonna push the box off the desk? What's your problem, you weirdo? Balls of Steel is just better for many reasons. Like, the World card... I take it so often because it saves us time. But there's no reason to save time right now. Because time is... If we wanted to commit to a fast run, we could have done that ages ago. Now, like, that's not relevant. Instead, we're just worried about score. So, what we will do, though, because it'll save us a little bit of damage, which, you know, at this point, I really feel like... I know I've said this a little bit and been wrong in the past couple of dailies, but I feel like there's no reason we can't be in the top 100, or perhaps even better, on today's daily. If you'll excuse me, Cat, you're causing some problems here. And your boy, I'm trying to be LeBron James right now, okay? And you're stepping on my desk. You can step on LeBron James's desk. You just can't do it when he's in the middle of being in the NBA Finals, okay? So our guppy chance is pretty low right now. World Moon. World Moon. I want the, well, I want Balls of Steel. Where did it go? Oh, the Curse of the Maze? No? I dropped it all the way back here? Did I take it accidentally? Oh, now I feel bad for him. Or no, I dropped it on the mob trap room. There we go. Alright, keep it going, keep it going. Stay focused, you know, again. It would be a shame to lose any unnecessary points on this run when we've focused for so long. All we gotta do is focus a little bit longer. We should have, I guess we could have gotten the Wheel of Fortune card to pay out with an item on the next floor, which would have been smarter. Yeah, bit of a whiff there, but you know, it's about the big picture and the little picture on this run, but the big picture looks amazing. The little picture looks like the big picture, but slightly smaller, as if it was like a postage stamp or something like that. There we go. This guy's got to go right away. And there's really nothing I can ask for that I don't presently have on this run. Wow. There's not much we could have done about that. Like, there's no brimstone that we need. Although it would be nice. You know, we don't need Mom's Knife. In fact, Mom's Knife might actually be terrible for us. We don't need any defense. Our defense is awesome. You know, we've got the wafer already. We don't need damage. We're killing Mega Fatty in effectively one hit. Don't need consumables. So, you know, what do you get for the man who has everything? More batteries is not a terrible choice, to be honest with you. Should have definitely played that a little bit, but I didn't know that we were going to have the Lover's card show up, but that's why you wait. That's actually like a 0 out of 10 error, which is to say, like, it affects our run almost nil, I think. Okay, second secret room. Death card is not relevant. Stars card is not relevant. Alright, focus up, because this Satan fight is for real. Any phase of this could hit us. Dude, the Purifying Light or whatever, again, I forget the name of this, or the description of this item, is so good! It's like it's a mobile stopwatch, basically. Oh, get away from me. Yeah, we'll grab this. And then, let's do it, dude. Let's do it. So we're down to the next floor. Obviously, we're hoping for the Guppy Dream, but that's really the only thing. Like a Joker teleport would be nice, but that's about it. We can't fight Mega Satan. There's no way to make it happen. So we got 2 Balls of Steel pills. So we enter now into a question that I never thought I would have to ask on a daily. What's worth more? The money that we would get from the 2 golden hearts popping while we're at 99 cents and have probably reached the cap for at least money paying out a bunch, or is it better to not lose that money and instead... Dude, our payouts have been ridiculous. That is actually, like, meaningless for us. It's another Balls of Steel. Or that might be the same one, actually. Or is it better to not have that damage penalty? I'm going to err on the side of it's better to not have the damage penalty right now, but I could be wrong. You know what? Let's celebrate. Like, I'm not going to sweat 30-point differences by taking Peeper's Eye. I'm going to stack up some items on this run. Because we played this daily by the daily's rules, and we've succeeded. Now let's play it by our rules and completely squander it. Oh, I thought he was going to shoot as well. Oh, okay. That, I mean, in the whole scheme of things, relatively minor, but we should never have taken that damage. 48-hour energy. All of the everything is good on this run. Like, it's really... One of the item rooms was kind of bad, but it was debatably still takeable. I'm not going to take that just because it's going to... wow, okay. It's going to give me the temptation to use it. I know myself. I think we're better off using our brimstone lasers, so let's stick with that for now. So the chaos card we are going to use on the lamb. The lamb is probably the most likely avenue we have to take damage. I mean, there's some nasty rooms down here, but that one's probably the worst. And again, like I think being over 50,000 is plausible. It depends. Like, I would love to get a 2 of spades. That's probably like the single biggest thing we could do to improve this run right now. 2 of diamonds. Actually does nothing. There are other opportunities for us to spend money, but we have to come across a judgment. So, oh, you know, RoboBaby 2.0 also does nothing for us, so I'm not going to take it. Peeper's Eye, at least, you know, we can make the case that it does something for us. Joker? 2 of clubs. Does nothing for us. We could have placed bombs, but what are we blowing up at this point to give us more points or better use? Not too much, I think. Metronome. Not gonna sweat it. Maybe there's a breakable potential in there. I do not know. Is that our second Mr. Mega on this floor? Look. Bad play, but... Wow. I'm gonna take it anyway. It actually lowered our points by 40 without giving us any advantage. Now that's just cruel. I would have thought it would still count as giving us, you know, 5 bombs in terms of what each bomb is worth at this point, which is not much, but... Batteries? No batteries. 2 of clubs! It's the wrong 2, dude. Now, to get hit, that's the worst damage you've taken on the whole run. But again, I feel like it's relatively, completely inconsequential. And at this point, I can rest assured, at least in my own head, I feel like we've done a darn good job on today's run. Rubber cement, I think, does work. So why not? And let's finish this off for real. We've done it. Pass through the iris. 52,000. We're in 27th right now. Life is but a dream. That should also be the dedication achievement. So, for now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this run as much as I have. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.